Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to make a very special dish which is called mandazi. So as you all know that Eid is around the corner, and as Muslim community we all like to celebrate our Eid with something sweet. So what we all do is that in the morning after doing our prayers we always make something sweet to start our day. So usually we all like to make sheer khurma or kheer on our Eid day, but this time I thought that we're going to be making something different. And so mandazi is a Kenyan dish. It's actually a dish, it's a street food from Central Africa. It's a very common, very simple street food. People like to eat it with black tea. Sometimes they take it with drinks as well. It's a street food. It's kind of a triangular donut shaped sweet or dessert. Let's take a look at the ingredients that we're going to be using in the recipe. First of all, we're going to need a bowl of flour. You can take regular flour, or you can also use the chickpea flour. I would recommend to use the regular flour. We are going to need powdered sugar. You can't use the regular sugar. It's not going to be dissolved easily in the mandazi. Other than sugar, we're going to need cinnamon powders. I didn't have the cinnamon powder, so what I have done, I have taken the first cinnamon and I have crushed it like this. It's not finely crushed, but it's going to work. Other than that, we're going to use the black seeds. This is optional. I like to use black seeds in mandazi. It tastes really good. That's why I'm using it. We're also going to need baking powder in the recipe. And in the last, we're going to need salt. Half a teaspoon or quarter teaspoon of salt would be enough. We don't want it to be too salty because it's a dessert. That's why. In the last, we're going to take half a cup of milk. So in the regular in the genuine recipe they use the coconut milk. We don't have coconut milk available, so we're going to just use the regular milk. If you have coconut milk, that would be well. Let's start preparing it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna need a big bowl like this. Take a big bowl and add your flour into the bowl. Add the cinnamon powder, the black seeds, baking powder. We're going to take half a teaspoon of salt. We don't want to add too much salt in this recipe. Mix everything well. Mandazi is a dessert, but you can also make it without sugar. Like my mother is diabetic and she cannot have sugar in anything, so that's why I am going to make mandazi without sugar first, and after making the dough I'm going to add the powdered sugar for the remaining recipe. So make a hole like this in the center of your bowl, and we're just going to add the milk. Add the milk in the bowl and mix it well. We are gradually going to add the milk. Our dough is almost done. What we're going to do, we're going to add the sugar into this bowl. What we have done earlier is that I have taken out some of the dough. What we have done earlier is that I have taken some of the dough out, which I did not want to be sweet. That's why now I'm adding the powdered sugar. Add the powdered sugar into your bowl like that, and we're just going to knead it like this. Knead everything. What we are about to do now is that we're going to take the dough out of the bowl, and we just are going to knead the dough. This step is a little bit messier, so please bear with me. So we have kneaded the dough. As you can see, the dough looks like this right now. This is our dough. The next step is we're going to roll it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to sprinkle some flour here. And we're going to take a rolling pin and we're going to flatten it. Don't flatten it. This is the thickness. So this is the thickness that we want it. It's about 1/2 centimeter thick. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna take a pizza cutter and you're gonna cut it this way. Just like you're cutting a pizza. You can also use knife. So this way we're done. Mandazis to deep fry. That's why we're going to take a little bit more amount of cooking oil than the regular recipes. So let's take some oil in the pan and we're going to preheat it. So now I have put the oil in the pan and I'm going to preheat the oil. After that, after 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to add the mandazi. It's time to check whether the oil is heated enough or not. What we're going to do, we're going to take a little bit amount of the dough that we have prepared and put it in the oil. As you can see bubbles coming out of it. So our oil is perfectly heated. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take each piece like this and put it into the oil. Make sure to put the oil over the top so that it's fully cooked. You want it to be light golden brown. So as you can see, it has changed its color. It's become light brown, and this is the color that we wanted. This is exactly the result that we wanted. So we're just going to take it out. What we're going to do, we're going to add 2 of them at the same time. And put oil over them like this. These bubbles show that they're being cooked well. They're perfectly done. The color, it looks beautiful. Beautiful. As you can see, that the color of the mandazis look beautiful. It's exactly the color that we wanted. Let's take them out one by one. This is the final look of our mandazi. I know it looks really delicious and it smells delicious as well. I'm fasting right now and I can't tell you how much I want to see how good and soft they turned out to be. This is what they look like from the inside. They look really good. The result is absolutely as I want it. These are the sweet mandazis, and I also made some salty ones for my mom. These are the ones that I have made for my mom. They are smaller in size because I didn't want to mix them with the sweet ones. I don't want her to taste any sugar. That's why I made them in smaller size like this. If you like this recipe, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like this video and do try it at home. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and do share it with your friends. Take care of yourself and I will see you inshallah in my next video. Allah Hafiz.